Yeah, that's it. That's it right now. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Fans around. We're here at the Corral. Georgia Highlands is hosting Gadsden State Cardinals, and the Cardinals have a 6-point lead, and we're just about to start the second half of play. The score is 48-46 in favor of the Cardinals from Gadsden State. And we are just moments away from beginning the second half of play. Georgia Highlands has a couple of key guys that are not in the game today, not dressed out. That's DeAndre Bernard and AJ. But they come out and give a steal at the beginning of the second half. Jeremiah has the ball and brings it into the front court. And let's see what we can get into here as we move the ball around the perimeter. Looks like we have a quick foul on number 3, John Arnold. And that will be his 4th personal foul. Not a good foul that time by Arnold, who got caught with holding on the baseline. As the Chargers take the ball out and getting into the half-court set here. See if we can get a good shot up and maybe score a basket off of the turnover.
Right there. Oh, man, what you doing? Right there, please.
Jeremiah, 3-ball up, no good. Rebound by Tyler Thornton with the grown man rebound. And he gets fouled by Christopher Lewis, number 22, Christopher Lewis with the reach in. So a new shot clock for the Chargers as they go inside to Quan Williams for the deuce and the foul. Number 20, Shandarius McKinney with the foul, sending Quan to the free throw line. Taywon Johnson, I'm sorry. Shot attempt is up and no good. So could not complete the 3-point play was Taywon. And here comes the trap by the Chargers. As Gadsden gets it across half court. Ten-second violation. Chargers basketball. Shea has the ball, swings it over.
What is he doing?
Tyler with the mid-range jump shot for the deuce. Great assist that time from Shea. Tawan Johnson with the foul and the reach in. 18:43 left to go in play. The score is 48-46 in favor of the Cardinals from Gadsden State. Cardinals are having a rough time getting the ball in with the pressure from the Chargers. They calmly get it in. Side attempt up and good. And we get a foul call. Foul is on Jeremiah Buford with the push. And the 2 points was by number 22, Christopher Lewis, who steps up to the free throw line. So 18:28 left to go in the game. Free throw is up and good by Lewis, and it's 51-46. And Gadsden State comes out with their own press as the Chargers bring it into the front court. Shot attempt up, no good. Tay1 shoots the layup, misses it, and gets his own rebound for the tip in. And the deuce. As Gadsden State brings the ball into the front court. And we get another foul on Tay1. That time he got caught in no man's land, standing behind the guy in the post. That was number 12, Norman Kelly, who got him on his back, and Tay1 had no choice but to foul him that time. That is Tay1's fourth personal foul, which the Chargers are already pretty limited on the amount of players they have. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw is up and good. So the Chargers get the ball in, and the Cardinals come out with a press and a deflection that time by Christopher Lewis. It'll be Chargers ball on the sideline. Shea gets the ball and over to Jeremiah Buford. Three-point shot up, no good. And we get a foul on number 12, Norman Kelly. That time got caught holding Khalil Waters, who went up very high to get that rebound. And we get another foul. This time it's on Christopher Lewis as the Chargers try the weak side lob play for the dunk, but Christopher Lewis with the foul that time on Khalil Waters, sending Waters to the free throw line, and the lefty will see if he can knock down a pair of free throws for the fourth points. That's the third point of the half for Georgia Highlands, and let's see if they can make four. 17:44 left to go in this contest. The score is 53-49 in favor of the Cardinals from Gadsden State. Second free throw is up and good. So Waters knocks down a pair of free throws, and it's a three-point disadvantage. Shot attempt goes up, blocked by Tyler that time. And we get a lay-in that time, number 34. Khalil with the mid-range jump shot, step back, up and good. We get a foul call. Fouls on Khalil Waters. 17-14 left to go in the contest. It's a three-point advantage by Gadsden State over the Georgia Highlands Chargers. Three-point shot is up and good. Maurice Johnson with the three. And a quick timeout by Gadsden State. Don't know why coach would call a timeout on that play. His team is playing well. Might have had Georgia Highlands on the ropes right there, but calls a timeout to break his own team's momentum. 17:02 left to go in the second half of play. The score is 58-52. And the Cardinals with a 6-point advantage ahead of the Chargers of Georgia Highlands. And the Chargers bring the ball into the backcourt here as the Cardinals come out with a press. And they're back into their man-to-man set in half court. As the Chargers come out, Khalil Waters with a shot, and we get a goaltend and score the bucket by Khalil Waters. And Coach Gaffney is screaming at his players to get up and play some pressure defense. As the Cardinals bring it into the front court, shot attempt up and good. Tip in that time. So Nicholas Murphy with the tip in. And it's still a 6-point lead by the Cardinals. Shea with the drive in. We got a little bit too much body that time. We got foul on 15. Darius Richardson. Darius Richardson with the foul. 16:21 left to go in the contest. And we have Shea Brown at the free throw line. Shoot two. First attempt is up and good. So the freshman steps up and knocks in the first free throw. Second free throw is good as well. As the Chargers come out with their full court man-to-man defense. Gadsden State brings it into the front court. Shot attempt up. And we get a foul. This time, foul is on DeMarcus Addy. The reach in. At that time, Addy just did not cut off the baseline and allowed the guy to drive baseline for the easy lay-in. Fortunate enough, he missed the lay-in. Gets fouled on the arm by Addy and sending him to the free throw line to shoot two. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw is off. Tyler Thornton for the Chargers with the rebound. The Chargers quickly bring the ball into the front court. And they have a 5-point deficit here. Khalil goes in, draws the contact. Let's see what that foul is on. And that foul will be on Murphy. Jonte Murphy. Sending Waters to the free throw line to shoot two. And he's a little short on the first free throw. Second free throw is up and good. Gadsden State brings the ball into the front court as they get trapped over in the corner. Steal by Tyler Thornton. Great job that time on the steal. Surprise trap that time by the Chargers. As Shea settles down the troops and goes in behind the back. Nice dump down to Tyler, who gets the ball blocked. Jeremiah Buford with the rebound, goes up, gets the rebound, back out to Khalil Waters for the deuce. Very active that time was Jeremiah Blanton, and the steal, and to give it right back to the Cardinals. Wow. They get a foul call on Tyler Thornton. Wow. Don't know about that foul call. Wow. That's Tyler's fourth personal foul. That was definitely not a foul by a long shot. Great block that time by Tyler Thornton and going up for the rebound. And they call a foul on him, and he was just out there by himself. Unfortunately enough, that was Thornton's 4th personal foul. So Sandro Noel comes into the game for Thornton. Going to get a foul call this time on Khalil Waters. Sending Norman Kelly to the free throw line. Shoot 1 and 1. First free throw is up and good. Rainbow free throw shot. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Kelly. Second free throw is off. Noel, the rebound for the Chargers, and he gets it over to Shea, who brings it into the front court for the Chargers with 14 and a half left to go. So you have a lot of contact on one side of the court, and there's no foul. And then no contact on the other side of the floor, and there's a foul. Waters with the turnover. Got to try to get a little too cute with it. Throws it right to Shondarius McKinney. And we get a travel. Shea brings the ball to the front court, and he's looking over to Coach Field to get Coach Gaffney to get the call in. So it looks like Gadsden State is going into a zone, and he just throws it right to the defender. And we get a quick lay-in by Gadsden State. Side jump up, and we get a foul call. Maurice Johnson fouls Addy that time going to the basket. First free throw up and good for Addy. Shot jump up and no good. And a steal. And a two-handed dunk right there. Maurice Johnson with the steal for Gadsden State goes up and throws down the thunderous dunk for a 6-point advantage for Gadsden State. Just a little careless that time with the basketball with the Chargers. Just not valuing the basketball right now. Shea with the crossover and floater. No good. And we get an over-the-back call. We get number 15 with a push in the back. That's Dearius Richardson.
too many. Dude, that's a
I don't understand why that's not a technical foul with 6 players on the court. It should have been a technical foul, but the referees did not catch that. Sandro Noel is at the free throw line. Just makes the first one of 2. And he knocks in the second one. So 2 free throws for Noel. And it's a 4-point game. And a turnover. Chargers with the basketball. Jordan quickly over to Addy. 3-point shot up. No good. Gets his rebound. And we get a steal. And a lay-in by Addy as the Chargers get a steal and go in and shoot the lay-in for a 2-point game right here. As the Cardinals bring the ball into the front court. Shot attempt up, no good. We get a foul on Jordan Ford. .11:58 left to go in the contest. The score is 66-64 in favor of the Cardinals from Gadsden State over the Georgia Highlands Chargers. Free throw is up, no good. Noel with the rebound. As Shea brings the ball into the front court for the Chargers. Let's see what kind of shot we can get this time by the Chargers. Three-point shot up and no good. Rebound to the Cardinals as they quickly bring the ball into the front court. Shot attempt up, no good. Rebound and back in by Maurice Johnson for 2. And we get a turnover. And they turn it right back over to Georgia Highlands. Lob attempt up to Sandro Noel for the deuce. Great find that time by Shea. And they get a steal. Great hand that time by Shea. Taiwan takes the ball to the hole and gets fouled. And the foul is on Norman Kelly. Great move that time, but I think I would want to see Taiwan kick that ball out to a wide open Jordan Ford right there for the rhythm 3-point shot, which is just as good as a layup when you're wide open like that. Catch it in rhythm and jump up there and knock it in. Taiwan misses the first free throw. 10:46 left to go in the game. 66-68 is the score, and Gadsden State is holding a 2-point advantage over the Chargers as Taiwan misses both free throws. So the score will stay at 68-66 in favor of the Cardinals. Chargers come out with the scramble defense. Shot attempt up, no good. Rebound to Ford. And Taiwan turns the ball over. And Jordan Ford was in no man's land that time and just had to foul to stop from giving up the easy basket. sending Maurice Johnson to the free throw line. First shot is up and a little bit short that time by Johnson. Second free throw is good. Very high arcing shot by Maurice, but knocks down one of two. 10 left to go in this game. That's a 3-point advantage by the Cardinals of Gadsden State over the Chargers. Jordan Ford had a good look that time, just could not knock in the 3-point shot. Rebound over to the Cardinals. Side attempt up and good. That is Norman Kelly with the basket. Strong basket that time by Kelly as he dives into Mr. Waters' chest. Noel gets the ball on the baseline, goes up and scores the deuce. We're going to need a lot more of that from Noel if we plan on winning this basketball game here. He has to play with a lot of composure and not give up jump shots, get every rebound. And that should be a foul, blocking foul there on Christopher Lewis, number 22. A.J. Farrer is in the game along with Shea Brown for the Chargers. 9:05 left to go in the game. The score is 71-68. Very ugly game here tonight between the Cardinals and the Chargers, but it's still a very close contest. Just a 3-point advantage by the Cardinals as the Chargers miss yet another free throw. That's DeMarcus Addy with the first free throw attempt. That was just a little bit off the mark. Second free throw is up and no good. So that's about 8 points that the Chargers have left on the floor that here in the second half of play. And they're still that time by the Chargers. And Khalil Waters gets beat off the back door. Maurice Johnson with the lay-in, fouled by Khalil Waters. Sending Johnson to the free throw line. Cannot complete the 3-point play with Mr. Johnson. Khalil with the left hand floater, no good. Johnson with the rebound, and quickly into the front court are the Cardinals of Gadsden State. And the score is 73-68 in favor of the Cardinals of Gadsden. As they drop all the way to the basket is Shondarius McKinney for the lay-in. Straight line drive that time by Shondarius. 3-point shot up and no good by Addy. And it will stay with the Chargers. Three-point shot up and good. A.J. Farrer. And a steal by the Chargers. Farrer has the basketball, goes in. And he gets 2 shots this time. Foul that time on Norman Kelly, sending AJ to the free throw line. Free throw shot is up and no good by Farrah. Another miss by the Chargers at the charity stripe. And this is the time where you have to make free throws in the second half of the basketball game. That final 7 to 8 minutes stretch, you have to make free throws. Second free throw is up and good for Farrah. 75-72 is the score in favor of the Cardinals. The Cardinals get the ball into the front court. Three-point shot is up and good by Mr. Johnson. And a quick timeout called by Coach Tarver of Gadsden State Cardinals. 7:24 left to go in the game. The score is 78-72. And we get a quick timeout by the Cardinals. I guess whenever the Cardinals coach gets up by 6 points, he's quick to call a timeout. I don't know if I would call a timeout when and we're back to live action. 7:24 left to go in the contest here. 78-72. It's a 6-point advantage by the Cardinals of Gadsden State as the Chargers have the ball in the front court. Shea Brown with dribble drive penetration. And it's a travel call. Cardinals get the ball into the front court here. Just 7 minutes left to go in the contest. 78-72 is the score. If you're just now tuning in, the Cardinals of Gadsden State have a 6-point advantage over the Georgia Highlands Chargers. AJ Farrah with the reach-in foul. Norman Kelly is at the free throw line for Gadsden State. First free throw is up and no good. Second free throw is up and good. 79-72 is the score now. 6:40 left to go in the game. Chargers have the basketball in the front court. Three-point shot is up and halfway in and out. That time was Farrah's three-point shot. As the Cardinals bring it into the front court. And they're going to take a little time off the clock here. Smart move by the Cardinals. They don't have to be in any kind of rush. Lay in, up, no good. Rebound by Thornton, but he gives it up on the steal. Got to chin that ball, big guy, on the rebound. So those little guards can't come in there and steal it from you. Shot blocked by the Chargers. And the Cardinals still have the ball with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. 3-point shot up, no good. Rebound Johnson of the Cardinals. His shot is up, no good. Thornton with the rebound for the Cardinals. And Jeremiah with the 3-point shot up and good. Jeremiah Buford for 3. And the Chargers definitely needed that 3-point shot. Three-point shot attempt up, no good by Johnson. Taywon Johnson with a push foul. And that would be his 5th personal foul. Sending Norman Kelly to the free throw line to shoot a pair. First free throw up and good. With 4:52 left to go in the contest. It's a 5-point advantage by the Cardinals. Second free throw is up and no good. Tyler with the rebound as the Chargers bring the ball into the front court. Don't really have to be in a hurry right here. We just need to get off a good quality shot. We get a foul call. Maurice Johnson with the personal foul. 4:39 left to go in the contest. And Khalil Waters is at the free throw line for the Chargers. First free throw is up and good by the lefty. Second free throw up and good. So Waters knocks down a couple of free throws. And we get a foul call on Tyler Thornton. That's his 5th personal foul. Mr. Johnson is back at the free throw line for the Cardinals. High arcing free throw attempt. First one is a little bit off to the left. Second free throw attempt is off as well as the Chargers get the ball quickly into the front court. Shea rises up. No good on the 3-point shot attempt. Don't know if that's the shot that the Chargers wanted that time. And we get a steal that time by the Chargers. And they give it right back up. And an easy lay in on the other end. Whenever you get you have to value the basketball that time. I don't know what DeMarcus Addy was thinking about with that pass. Have to value the basketball. That possession right there was very key. Could have been a 3-point advantage. 3-point shot up, no good. Rebound to the Cardinals. And that was definitely not the shot that we were looking for either. I know Jeremiah just hit a three-point shot later, and he's probably jacked that one up to say, hey, guys, get me the basketball. I just hit one, but that was not the shot we were looking for at that particular point in time of the game. Straight line drive to the basket for the lay-in. And another timeout by the Gadsden State coach. I'm like, okay. Your team goes on I think he has a crush on a 6-0 run or 8-0 run. Because every time he goes on a 6-0 run or 8-0 run, he calls a timeout to stop the momentum of his own team. It's 2 minutes and 57 seconds left to go in this contest. The score is 84-76 in favor of the stopping of transition baskets and stopping the momentum of his own team. Gadsden State Cardinals. And we're back from the timeout. 2:57 left to go in the game. 84-77 if you're just joining us. The Cardinals from Gadsden State with the advantage of 84-77 over the Chargers. Kalia Waters with the shot attempt, no good. Rebound to the Chargers. And he steps on the sideline. Turnover back to the Chargers. And Shay Brown gives it right back to the Cardinals. Shay just has to slow down right here. I mean, just unforced, uncharacteristic turnovers that time. Just throws the ball out of bounds. And we have 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock here. 3-point shot attempt is up. And no good. Hits the shot clock, so it'll be a turnover to the Chargers. 84-77 is the score of this basketball game. The Cardinals with the lead on the Chargers. We have a 7-point ball game here. 2:04 left to go in the second half. Shot attempt by Addy is up and no good. Just some not very smart shots right here by the Chargers. And turnover by the Chargers. Cardinals with the basketball here. A minute 34 left to go in the contest. And this is a very, very ugly game here. And it's just showing how young the Chargers are as a basketball team this year. 5-second violation. Great defense that time by the Chargers. And let's see if we can get a good shot this time here down the floor. And great pass to Noel with the lay-in. Timeout, Georgia Highlands. Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to a very good friend of mine that was coach here at Georgia Highlands, Coach Meat. Just wanted to give a shout out to you, man. Good for you checking in with us and checking in on the score of the game here at the Corral. We got a minute and 25 seconds left to go in the contest. The score is 84-79. The Chargers have a little bit of a deficit right here, but as Coach Meat would say, I think we just need to get a bucket right here and get a stop, and we'll be just fine. So shout out to Coach Meat. Coming back from the timeout. And here is the trap by the Chargers. And they get a steal. Great job that time to get that steal, Shea Brown. And we get a lay-in. And a quick timeout by Coach Gaffney. 84-81 with a minute and 13 seconds left to go in this contest. Yeah.
He probably add something to the score.
A minute and 13 seconds left to go in the contest. The score is 84-81. And the Chargers have a 3-point deficit behind Gadsden State Cardinals. As the Cardinals throw it long and they get it into the front court. Dunk attempt up, no good. And rebound to the Chargers as they bring the ball into the front court. Over to Shea Brown. Mid-range shot attempt, no good. Noel with the rebound. Shot attempt, no good. And we get an over-the-back call that time. Unfortunately for Noel there. He was trying to get that rebound off the shot because he knew that his shot was a little short that time. 52.6 seconds left to go in the contest. It's 84-81 in favor of the Cardinals. And we have John Arnold at the line shooting two for the Cardinals. As he missed the first free throw. And we get a timeout by Gadsden State. as Coach Tarver is going to talk it over with his troops and make sure that they get into a great defensive possession this time, knowing how valuable it is to get a stop right here. It's a 4-point game, so you can't give up any wide open, uncontested shots. Even though the Chargers have not been very hot, extremely hot with the jump shooting, but they can hit timely shots. And the Chargers will probably have to go through some trials and tribulations because they are very, very young, and you can definitely tell it in their play. Just not taking care of the basketball. We just call it valuing the basketball. You have to value the basketball and keep those turnovers down, especially the unforced turnovers. If you're going after a loose ball or something like that, and the ball gets deflection or something, then we can live with that type of turnover. But an unforced turnover is just there's not a shot attempt at the goal, so that really makes it tough for you, especially when you're not hitting shots. But the Chargers have the ball. Addy with the ball. Jordan rises up three-point shot up and no good. And we get a foul. That foul is by Khalil Waters. 39.9 left to go. And we have Maurice Johnson that's going to the free throw line. First free throw is up and good by Johnson. Second free throw is a little short. Charges quickly into the front court, is adding, and he gets the bump. No shot. But we still have 2 free throws. And that foul will be on number 15, the Arias Richardson. That will be his 5th personal foul. Addy knocks down the first free throw. And he knocks in a pair of free throws. .2 seconds left to go in the game. The score is 86-83 in favor of the Cardinals. And we get a foul that time on Addy. Sending John Arnold to the free throw line.
How that pool feel?
25 seconds left to go in the contest. And John Arnold is at the free throw line for the Cardinals. And the free throw is up and good. 4-point game now. 4-point advantage by the Cardinals. Still plenty of time left to go in the game. Just have to get a good shot and take care of the ball. Just a 5-point deficit. And we have a timeout by Coach Tarver of Gadsden State. Addy with a lay-in with 19.8 seconds left to go, 88-85. And the Chargers are still hanging in there. We're just having technical difficulties that time. As we bring you back up to speed, just called a quick timeout by Coach Gaffney. It's 19.8 seconds left to go in the contest. 88-85 is the score. And the Gadsden State Cardinals have a 3-point advantage over the Georgia Highlands Chargers. Let's see what Coach Gaffney is going to throw up right here out of a timeout. He's probably going to try to do a full court press, full out denial, and if they do get the ball in, we got to go for the steal. If they don't get the steal, we have to foul immediately right here.
There you go. Great.
We got a foul right there by Addy. That's his 5th personal foul. So A.J. Farrah comes into the game for Addy. Kenny at the line for the Cardinals as he knocks in the first one. 12.2 left to go in the game. It's a 4-point deficit. Free throw is up and no good. Shay Brown with.
Shoot my shot. Oh, Euro. No, you ain't doing that, bro.
Ball will stay with Georgia Highlands. And the Cardinals can just stand in the spot and not move.
Shoot. Oh, man.
3-point shot attempt up and no good. And that is the end of the game. The score is 89-85 in favor of Gadsden State Cardinals with the victory over the Georgia Highlands Chargers. And that will be it tonight from the Corral. Thank you guys and see you next time.